Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Lydia with Raindrop, Lila, and today I want to do something for Trashy Tuesday. And what I picked up was these little headphones. They were, I don't know, one of my kids, and they wanted to get rid of them. And I was about to throw them away, but then I thought, well, I might be able to use this for something. So we're going to try to use that. And also this bit of paper. Okay. This, it's just some packaging paper. It's a little bit thicker also. And I'm also thinking to use some of my embroidery thread with this. And I will show you guys my idea. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we shall see. Okay. So first thing is, I'm thinking that I want to just kind of sew on. I'll show you guys where I'm thinking to use it, but if it doesn't work out, I'll probably just put it in another journal. I'm actually thinking to use it in my butterfly journal. Okay, so I've been working on this for a while, and I'm thinking to add just a little bit of, let's see, how shall I do this? Start kind of like that. Let's see. You guys are going to kind of see my process of how I start off. And it's always kind of like a work in progress. If something doesn't work out, I can always change it up, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to deliver what I'm thinking of. So when I look at this, I thought, well, it's green, and well, it can be like a stem to a flower, right? And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make these into stems for some flowers that I can try to sew on here. Or maybe glue. Maybe I'll glue them, okay? So let's see. I don't even know if this is going to stick with my Fabri-Tac glue. Let's see. I'm just going to get started, okay? And let's see. I want this to look almost like a little hill for my flowers. Okay, and I want it to go that way, so I'm using this in my journal, but guys, this would be a great little project to do on an index card, or on a on like a little collage. So you're kind of like thinking of making like almost like a little art piece with your pieces. Okay. I was thinking to embroider little flowers at the tip, but now I'm wondering if I should just make them out of fabric. Like sew little flowers on here. I don't know. That's my thoughts, but you know what? You can use little punches if you wanted to. And just, and let's see, what else? I'm going to cut another little piece. I mean, I don't know if anybody else out there would actually have little green speakers. I think most of them would be black. But since they were green, I thought, well, they look like stems. Let me do something with them. So that was my inspiration for these guys. And they do look like stems. Don't those look like stems? I think that's cute. What if I put it here? No, I like it better here because the background is more neutral, and I think they'll stand out a little bit more. Now, I also have this here that I thought. I actually want to hoard this because I have another project coming up that I want to use this for. But I also think it would be cute in here. I don't know, we'll see. I'm not gonna hoard it. I might use it. Let's see, how can I make the flowers now? That's kind of what I'm thinking. I want to make some flowers in here. And I don't know why I'm up all the way in that corner. Okay, so now, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna put this away because I don't know if I'm gonna use that, but let's see. I pulled out these pieces of fabric and we're gonna make little flowers out of fabric. And so remember, you can use any discarded fabric that you have. And this one right here is actually dyed with some food coloring. And honestly, you can pick up a box of food coloring dye for probably $1 or $2 from the supermarket. And I just use yellow because I used this in my garden journal last month, I believe. And I dyed a bunch of things, you know, paper, doily, fabric, but I didn't use this part of it. But I can use this maybe for a little flower, or I can use this. Now, what I do is I like to just make a couple different ones to kind of see how they look, because this is my first time creating something. And so I don't know what it's going to look like once I have it all sewed up. So I'm going to make one of each and then decide which one looks best for my little hill with the flowers. And we'll see if it looks good in this journal. If it does, I'll use it in here. If it doesn't, I'm just going to move it to a different journal. Okay, so all I did was I have some sari ribbon right here and right here. And all I'm doing is I cut like a little square piece. I don't have to be perfect because it's okay. I'm going to just kind of move it. I fold it kind of diagonal, but not perfectly diagonal because I want to see both of these corners, right? And then I'm going to fold it over again. Let's see how that looks. And I'm just going to play with it so I can try to make it a little bit like a flower where you kind of see the different pieces. And now I'm going to kind of sew it together. So this is like a little tutorial on how to make, well, technically this was my inspiration, is Trashy Tuesday, but I need a little flower, so I'm going to show you guys how I make some of my fabric flowers, okay? So I'm just going to add some stitching in here to hold it together. And if my page wasn't done yet, I would have sewed this straight to the page, but you can also glue it to it, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to glue it on there, I think. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so now I am just going to tie this off. So that's my little flower. You can use green so that it looks like the stem, but I'm just using cream or white. Oops. Okay, so I'm just going to tie this off. And you can use this in any of your, you can use this in journaling, you can use this in a slow stitch project. I don't think I did a good job tying that off, but you know what? I'm going to glue this down, and so that's okay. I'll just hide it when I glue it down, okay? So there's one. Isn't that cute? It's a simple little flower, and let's see how this looks. You can iron this first if you want. I didn't iron it. Maybe I should have. That's okay. Okay, again, I'm bending it. I'm kind of going diagonal, but I'm going just off so that the corners, so you can see both corners like just barely. And then let's see. I need to knot this first. Okay, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this here so you can see the flower better. See that? How you can see it a little bit better than on the cream background? And then we'll decide. That's why I'm not sure which colors I'm gonna go with, because I wanna see how they all look on here. On here first when I get it done. So that's why I picked some blue and yellow, because sometimes it's nice to have contrast, but I also really love having using neutrals. I think neutrals are really pretty also. So it's such a great basic. If you're not sure what to go with, you can always go with cream. I mean, I don't know, cream roses are pretty, or flowers. So this isn't, I'm not necessarily, how do I put this? This isn't like a perfect rose, but it just kind of gives you almost a little bit of an abstract idea of a flower, I think. Okay. I'm not making a particular flower. It's my interpretation of a flower. Okay. And you can do this or try this with any type of fabric. I think the thinner, like the silks, work really well. But it's fun to kind of experiment and try different things and see how they come out. Okay. And I don't mind the messy stitching. I'm not like being perfect about anything. I'm just stitching it down, okay? Okay, and now we have this one. Let's see how what I can do with this. I think it needs to be smaller. Okay, and so I'm folding it in half. Okay, so I sewed this one off camera, and I'm going to show you guys one more. I'm going to cut one more up to show you. Maybe I'll make this one a little bit bigger. So you can definitely change the sizes of these and make them fit your projects, okay? And then this, actually I'm going to cut a bit off because I want it to be almost a square. And so I'm folding it in half, and then I'm folding it in half again, but not quite. I want, see this little corner to kind of go in between these corners. See that? Because I want to see the little pieces, almost like they're little petals, if that makes sense. Okay? And now what I'm going to do is I actually went back and I used green for the flower to kind of keep that in. It's kind of like the stem. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put one stitch like this, one like this, and one like this. So I'm going to come in from the top, middle almost, and then I'm going to go down. Okay, almost to the edge. Oh, my card filled up, so I'm gonna redo this, is what I missed. Okay.
Did you empty your card?
I just did. I just went and I deleted a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna just do it now. Okay, so you have your little square, and you want to fold it a little bit off center so you can see two little mountains. And then you fold it again, and again it's just a little bit off center. See that? You don't want it to be perfect. At least I don't. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little knot. Okay, now I'm gonna poke straight to the middle of the flower, and I'm gonna pull it down to the bottom. Right there. I just kind of was playing around with making flowers, and I just came up with this idea. really. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a green stitch like this, and like this, so that it kind of replicates the way a flower has those the little greenery or the little leaves on it that attaches it to the stem, I think, if that makes sense. Okay, and then here's another one. I'm gonna go down here. Okay, so there it is. Isn't that cute? I kind of love it. I kind of want to actually sew it on here. Isn't that cute? You know what? I'm going to actually tack part of the underside down on here too. I just wanted to make sure I show this part again because I used the green string and you can see it, the green embroidery thread, and you can see it better on the flower, and I think it looks really pretty. So now I'm just going to add it to this little stitch piece right here. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to make a little leaf that comes out. Isn't that cute? Oh gosh, I like it. I gotta finish this one, but I wanted to do something with this before I moved on. Oh man. This is how I get sidetracked, guys. Anyways, but that's okay. Now I have this little one can just be attached to a journal. It could be attached to a journal cover. It could be added to a slow stitch project, but look how cute this is. You just do a little bit of sewing and you have a little piece right there. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay, so I wanted to add that there, but let's move on to this with the little stems. I'm gonna glue these pieces on now. Okay, so I want to make sure that the back side isn't showing on the front. So I'm pulling some of the string kind of back, and I'm going to add some glue. Come on. I dried that quickly. The tip of it dried so quick. Okay. And I added just a little bit of glue on there. Then I'm going to attach it to this. Come on. I don't know how well it will work with the plastic. Come on. We'll make it work, right? Work with me. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then this one, I just have to be careful and watch and see which side. This is the side. And then this side, I just need to make sure it's like all these little pieces are hiding. It's really tiny to work with, so. I love the silk sari ones, by the way, but you can try cotton, you can try different ones, but the silk is so pretty, gosh. These two are silk and that's just some cotton. Okay, come on. The cool thing about the stems is that I think you can kind of mold them since they're kind of like plastic. See, isn't that cute? This is adorable. I love it. You know what? You can use this anywhere. Like, I want to use it in my journal, but let's see if I have something else nearby that I can show you guys. Oh, I think I had. I just made something. Like a tag that I wanted to show you guys how it would look, but... Oh yeah, here they are. They're right here. They're right here. You can add them. I had a craft with me not long ago, just a few days ago, with how I did collaging. Oops, okay. And so how cute would that be? Like on a collage background. That is so cute. Adorable. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I actually love it on here, but it's for my journal, so that's where I'm gonna do it. But this could be, just keep that in mind. You can use it anywhere in a journal. Let's see, I have another journal here that I can... My gosh, this is a really thick one. I'm thinking that I can add that too. That would be really cute. Let's see. Yeah, let me show you guys. How cute would this be? Wouldn't that be cute? On there. It's really cute, like on some fabric background also. Or even like that. Anyways, this is, look how thick this is. This is my spring journal from 2020. I need to, I want to do a flip through of it and show you guys how I junk journaled without any digitals. I don't think I used any digitals in that journal. That was one of my first. Okay, so I'm thinking that I want to add something kind of in the background. Like, do I want to do this? I feel like that's a little dark, but I want to add something a little bit more. I want to fade the background just a little bit. Okay, this kind of looks pretty, guys. See that? It's just very, very subtle, but I think it's very effective. I have this tool and I can just add that on here like this. Let's see. I'm gonna add this here. I think that's a good idea. And it's such a fun little project. I can't believe it turned out so cute. I had no idea. I think that creating live for me, I'm kind of doing it live, is I just never know where it's gonna go. So I'm just like, I hope I get some cool ideas. But it's easier for me to just work live, I think, and not have it pre-planned, because then it's one session for me if I'm gonna do this a lot. Otherwise, I'd have to basically create something twice, which is fine. I do that too, but if I'm gonna try to share more projects, it's makes more sense to just create on camera while it's going. And now this piece right here, I'm gonna trim it down just a little bit, like that. And then I like that. Isn't that cute? I love the dimension. And of course, when you go with dimension, you know that they're always going to get chunky, but that's okay. I think it's going to be so cute. I might tie it up so it kind of stays closed, but how cute is that? Maybe I'll leave it like this as a display piece. So cute. Oh, I am kind of obsessed with it now. Okay, so on this side, now that I have like a visual element on this side. Usually I like to add some kind of quote or words on this side or even on here. And I actually have an idea. I have this, but I'm gonna rewrite it because that's sloppy. That idea came to me last night, where I was just thinking to embroider some flowers, but since I thought, well, it's Tuesday for Trashy Tuesday, I thought, what if I use this as the stem? So I wasn't sure how it would turn out or if it would work, but I kind of love it. But I had this thought of seeds planted in my garden of dreams. So throughout your life, I think that we're always planting seeds, basically, and so I kind of want to add that to this journal because I feel like this journal is a little bit of like things I'm thankful for, things that matter, and it just kind of is special to me personally, and I like that. Seeds planted in my garden of dreams. Anyways, so I think that's what I want to do there. I want to add that to, let's see, I have this piece. So how would I do this? I'm wondering if I should just do little strips, seeds planted. I think maybe that's what I'll do, like little strips of writing, like this. And then we'll see where that goes. So I'm gonna start with this. Maybe I will layer it so that you can see it better, if that makes sense. I'm gonna cut this off. Maybe up here. Okay, so let's see how I'm gonna write something. Seeds planted. And then in my garden. And then I need another strip. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see. Okay. So this one gets torn like that. So the idea is this. Okay. Okay, so I would go like this, but I'm gonna mat them. I think they'll look better matted on the brown craft card paper. It's not quite cardboard. Okay, my battery actually just went out. This is my second project that I'm filming on here. And so my battery, first my card filled up and then my battery died. Anyways, but okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to ink the edges first, and then I'm going to glue them down to this cardstock, well, cardboard craft cardstock. It's just like thick packaging. Okay, sometimes a lot of places will have it for, gosh, I'm trying to think where you can get it at. Mailers are sometimes, they sometimes use this for mailers, but honestly you can use a paper bag, grocery bag, or you can even, if you are looking, some stores will line their pallets with this type of stuff. Okay, so if you can recycle and you reuse something like that, that would be great. But you can use anything in this dark color. I just like it. I like this color. I like to have a variety of it for my use and my junk journaling. I think it's great. It's a great way to recycle, by the way, guys. Or you know what I've done? Even you can even take like a cardboard box and just tear off that first layer before you get to the corrugated part, and you can use that. I've done that before too, and I like it. I think it's really cool. It looks really cool, and you have like a nice layer of like this colored paper. Let's see, is that good enough? I think that's, maybe that's not, it's not thick enough. You know what? I'm gonna glue it down first this time because I'm finding I didn't tear it properly. So I'm just gonna do that because I want a little bit of a border so that I have that contrast there, and so that you can locate the quote easier, if that makes sense. So you can see it against the busy backdrop. I always love to do that. Let's see. I always love to map my words. You don't have to do it, especially if you have nice contrast between your words and your background. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it either way. But I find that if it's getting lost in the background, or I feel like it's not looking that good, I find that if I map them on something, it looks a little bit better, or I like it more. So obviously you kind of do what your eyes kind of tell you. You know, if you like the way it looks, you can go with it. And you can do that with any color. It doesn't have to be the craft color. You can do just a contrasting color, okay? Okay, seeds planted in my garden of dreams. Ooh, I love that. And then I have the little flowers, see? It's like they're blooming. Let's see, what else can I do? Is there anything else I want to add? Let's see. Should I do a little bit of lace, or is that too much? Oh, I think I had some glue on here. You know, I think that we can keep it simple. See, isn't that cute? Although, you know what? I think I want a little bit of masking tape. I'll show you guys where, right here. See that? Right here. Just so that the transition to the blue, I feel like it softens up that line that goes to the blue. Does that make sense? And there we go. It's funny because I'm reading this little piece and it says cloud of smoke used to prevent something about smoking, right? And it's funny because I think I mentioned this already. We like to, my husband would smoke our chicken. He got a smoker and he would do that. And that's like a special personal holiday food that he makes, is smoked chicken or smoked pork, or he smokes bacon. It's so good. And that's really traditional. It's a very traditional thing to have bacon in Romanian, or for Romanians. That's like, anyways, so my dad always used to do it, and my husband does it too. Anyways, so that's another kind of like a little detail. I don't always read all my little pieces that I write, but that one just worked out to have a little bit of more meaning, you know, for me. Like that's something a little bit personal. I love this. I think it's so cute. Okay. Okay, so that is my little recyclable craft where I use these things. And this is what I came up with. So when you're recycling pieces, you always want to kind of think about how you can incorporate those pieces into your artwork, but you can keep going and use what you normally use, but you just add those pieces as a supply, maybe, like, you know, the little leaves. I think it's so cute. What do you guys think? Let's make sure that this is focused. So cute. And see, can you see that texture? I don't know if it picks it up from the tool. And then there's this piece too that we did. This was just stitching. I suppose the fabric is recycled, but that's just, I just wanted to do that to use up the little flower. Okay, isn't that cute? Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys like recycling things and thinking up or trying to reuse some things that you guys might normally throw away, follow me on every Tuesday. I'm gonna try to have some kind of craft where I'm recycling something. So that's how I came up with Trashy Tuesday. It sounds kind of funny, but it just seems to have a ring to it, so we're going with it for now. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.